Hi, I'm Mark Wilson, your facilitator for this Klatch workshop. I want to introduce you to this new community learning platform, as well as briefly orient you to the workshop that you've enrolled in. It's entitled Appreciating Your Worth, Discover Your Divine Purpose and Power. First, Klatch is a platform for adult interactive learning communities. And so I'm the developer of this content for this particular workshop, which is based on my peer-reviewed research in this field. Klatch considers those facilitating the workshops here because we provide the content and the community, but you are in charge of your own learning according to your personal needs. And so being a facilitator of individual and group learning is ideal for my own personal approach as a spiritual life coach, which doesn't think of the coach myself as an expert, but rather the coach is an equal partner in a curious and cooperative learning alliance. And that's what this learning community will be. We'll discover our purpose and power together to passionately empower others for mutual well-being. And so we'll be learning and discovering together in this workshop. Everyone's involvement will enhance this process. Also, since this is my first occasion using Klatch and you're my first co-learners using this platform, we'll be feeling our way around this together. And you'll have the opportunity to provide honest and crucial feedback that will improve both my workshop and Klatch's platform. So this workshop will have at least 5 participants in it, but there will be no more than 10. We'll meet for two sessions, which are scheduled for Wednesdays, 7 to 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on February 23rd and March 2nd. Now, while both sessions for this workshop are scheduled for 90 minutes, we'll only run for an hour. That extra 30 minutes is scheduled for any lingering discussions, which can be moved to different breakout rooms for privacy, or it can provide anyone an opportunity to meet with me individually as needed. So thank you. Thank you very much for your time in helping us improve this growing learning community and for being my initial participants. Second, along with this video, you'll see materials for each of our 2 workshop sessions listed as lessons for your reading and reflection prior to each workshop session. The title of each lesson, you'll notice, is hyperlink, which means you can click on it and it'll take you to a Google slide presentation for you to read and engage in some reflection prior to each workshop session. Now, in addition to the hyperlinked Google slides for each lesson, underneath that is an option for you to download the same material in a PowerPoint presentation format, if that's more convenient for you. When reading these slides, there's no more than 8 per lesson. Please pay attention to the heading of each slide for clear content and context around what you're reading. Also within the slides, you'll notice some terms or concepts along with the title on the first slide in the presentation. They're all bolded and underlined because they're hyperlinked to further reading and studying material if you're interested to pursue that. Also, within the slides are clear indicators to stop and to reflect on what you've read. And there's questions to help facilitate your reflection. These reflection questions are also provided and easily accessible in your lessons for each session within the Klatch platform. So you can record your responses there using this Klatch tool, which I will confidentially review and use as context for our 2 sessions. Please, though, be prepared to share those aspects of your reflections that you're comfortable sharing with a group, because your insight and input are critical for facilitating others' process of discovery. Because as I mentioned earlier, we are coaching one another in a curious and cooperative learning alliance here. You will provide alternative narratives in which participants can broaden their concepts through reframing certain situations. And that'll help us all gain a positive perspective on our own situations that'll also encourage present action, enabling us to move toward an ideal envisioned future. So that's a rich and crucial coach approach for this workshop. We will all be coaching one another with our insights and personal experiences. And lastly, have fun with this. There's no grades or need to perform for anyone else in the group. This is for you. It's about your own process of discovery toward a spiritual and life transformation for contentment and well-being. So please feel free to reach out to me for any questions or concerns. And really thank you again for registering for this workshop and taking the time to engage in this new adventure with me.